Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Crescent Sound podcast, where I give you a platform to express your struggle stories. You can either email me your stories on thecrescentsound@gmail.com and I present them on the podcast for you, or I can have you come on as a guest on the podcast and you can tell your story by yourself. Anyways, I'm your host, Luna, and let's begin with today's episode. Hi everyone, welcome to the 13th episode for the Crescent Sound. I'm your host Luno, and 13 is a pretty special number. Well, at least to me it's a special number because it's one of my favorite artists' favorite number. Okay, Taylor Swift. And fun fact, the guest that we have on today, their favorite artist is also Taylor Swift. That's actually one of the reasons we got closer. We both love Taylor Swift. And her new album came out recently, so it's really nice that we can talk about it. But anyways, I would love to welcome my friend Yoshi. Everyone, please welcome Yoshi. Hi.
Hi everyone, I'm Yoshi, as Luna mentioned. And yes, we both love Taylor Swift.
Yeah. So apart from you being a big fan of Taylor Swift, just like me, why don't you tell the audience a bit about yourself?
So a bit about myself. I usually draw and sing as a refuge, as like everyone
Okay,
does, basically,
that's
because
great.
because I don't really have anyone else to discuss my issues with, so I just write them up in my notebook or journal because why not? And
Oh,
then
okay.
yeah, I'm that diary writer kind of guy.
Well, you know
we
what? I'm so glad that we have you on here today because I'm guessing it might be like a different experience for you to say out loud what's been going on, right?
Yes, it may be because I don't really share my stuff.
I can understand that. Like, it's pretty hard to share your things, right? Especially when you're growing up in an insecure environment, which you don't really feel safe in. You need to keep everything to yourself. You can't really tell anyone. So, yeah, I think we can just start off right off the bat. So, Yoshi, would you like to take the stage?
Okay, so as we know what we talk about in this podcast, that
Yeah.
is the struggles we face. So my struggle will basically be growing up in an insecure environment and not having anyone to talk with, and what what were the reasons why I struggle. So as like most of the children have the same issues with their parents, but of course it was the family issues for me, and
Mm-hmm.
as well as some issues with school. But
Mm-hmm.
first off, I will say about my school. So this is something I don't really share with anyone because it's like not that important. But my father is incapable of speaking and listening, right? So
Mm-hmm.
he's deaf and dumb. So I was basically bullied in my school, like by my folks and then my teachers as well. One of the teachers
Oh my
were
god, your teachers?
Yes, it's unusual. Teachers don't usually bully children, but yeah.
Okay,
So it
these
was my
teachers need
social
to, like,
studies
get
teacher.
fired. Okay.
It was my social studies teacher. She was really mean to me about my dad being handicapped, and she used to make fun of me. She used to like call me in front of the classroom and like in front of everyone, and like then she used to say that, "Come on, like make some jokes in sign language." I was like, "Ma'am, that's not how
What?
it is." Yeah, so I was like, that's not how it works, please. It's embarrassing me.
Why would she do that? Oh my god. That's so
that
unprofessional. I'm so sorry.
yeah, that and then like I never really talked about it to my parents, and like I always kept inside of me, but I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to talk about it to my parents, but I was like, it will just worry them, and they will just have to like go to rush to school, and then the principal stuff. I was like, I just let it slide in.
Mm-hmm. So were you a people pleaser growing up?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, I understand. Okay. So, whoa, that's super unprofessional by your teacher. I do
that
not
was
condone something like that. Like, who even says that? Like, I can't think of an example right now, but, I don't know. I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. That's absolutely horrendous. make a joke in sign language. What the hell do you mean? Like, shut up.
Yeah, like that sure is because like sign language is something I learned growing up. So I had to like uh be
Mm-hmm.
like secretive with it. I didn't usually talk in sign language because of course nobody else understands sign language
Mm-hmm.
except the people who don't know how to speak. So right.
Mm-hmm.
So they were like always making fun. Like like the students, like my classmates, they were like, "Hey, could you like teach us sign language just so we could like cheat in examination?" I was like, "No, that's not the purpose of it." So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I'm
and
good.
because of
Mm-hmm.
that reason, because I refused to teach them the sign language, basically alphabets A to Z. So I refused to teach them that. So that's why I was bullied by like two or three people in my
Oh
classroom.
my god. Well, okay, I'm happy you kept your integrity, but whoa. I think,
Yes,
and nobody said anything about it. I swear,
nobody
like,
did.
some people I don't even get. Like, why won't they do anything about it? Schools will literally do nothing about cases like this. They'll just sit around. But God forbid you have a phone in your hand and oh my god, like all hell comes raining down on you. But yeah, anyways. Yeah. I'm so sorry about that. Like, okay, kids are gonna be kids. They're super insensitive, but teachers, that's not okay.
I mean,
Their
yeah, kids are kids.
teaching, like, their teaching license needs to be taken away. To be honest.
It sure does needs to be taken away.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything more you'd like to add?
That's about it for the school stuff. Like, but
Okay.
like I will say that my principal and like my art teacher were really good to me. They
Oh my
really
god.
supported me.
It's
The art
always the
teacher
art
was
teachers.
yeah, it's always the art teachers. Like my art teacher was like a mother to me. I
Mm-hmm.
basically knew her since like my play class, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I grew up with her. She used to feed me and all like her
Oh my
baby.
god. Okay.
That was sweet. So I
Mm-hmm.
really like when last year I like finished my school. I really cried when I had to like leave her.
Oh my
But
god.
that's beside the point.
I can
She,
completely understand. I was so close to my art teacher back in primary school. Like, I used to love my art teacher, okay? Like, she was like the one teacher I go to for anything. So I completely get you.
it's something about them. They were just like really good at like making connection with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
So like
always the art teachers.
it's
See,
always the art and English teachers.
well, okay, I don't know about English teachers, but art teachers, they're either like the nicest people ever, or you're gonna hate them at your time at school. Like, you're gonna literally hate them. You're not gonna like them at all. Okay, and I can say I've had both types of art teachers. No shade thrown, okay?
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. That's so nice that you had like people for you there. Like, I'm really happy that there was some sort of like, people that were there for you.
Yeah, I had
Mhm.
support, but like not that much.
Mhm. I mean, I can understand it's difficult, especially like growing up in a society like ours. So, yeah.
Yes, exactly. Also, like the folks at my home, they were pretty chill about it. Like my friends at home, of course, they were at home, so they knew about my dad, and they were like not making fun of him. But yeah,
Mhm. That's good. That's good.
yes. One more thing I'd like to add about the bullying thing.
Mhm.
So when my dad used to attend the parents teachers meeting, right?
Mhm.
I Some of my friends may or may not be able to see him. I don't know. They would see him like speaking in sign language, and of course, he is dumb and he cannot speak. He does not have words in
Mhm.
his mouth, but he does have voice. So when
Yeah.
he talks, he makes certain voices that are like not really pleasant to listen, but he
Mhm.
does. So it's like basically a scream, but like in a soft pitch.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I get what you're talking about. Yeah.
yeah, so like whenever something used like someone used to bully me, they used to start with like screaming in that manner. I was like, okay, sir.
Okay, what? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that is a really
Kids can be the most ruthless, like shittiest people ever.
they
And
could be.
I'm so sorry about that. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Except that, yeah, that's pretty
Mhm.
annoying for me. That was pretty annoying for me, especially keeping it all to myself because I didn't
Mm-hmm.
really want to trouble my mother with all my problems because she was already so troubled in the household stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can guess. I mean, talking about your mom, how did your mom like sort of deal with things at home?
So because like so of course my dad was having many problems at the time because
Mm-hmm.
there were some issues that don't really know about, but he was facing some issues, so he had pretty bad mind state. So
Mm-hmm.
that time things went pretty wrong, and like there was like a sort of like my dad became sort of abusive in a sense, and like
Mm-hmm.
started like hurting my mom physically. That was like not really
Oh
good
my
of him,
god,
but
okay.
yeah, I of course I could never hate him, but yeah. So for that, of course, we seek help about it. Like we did arrange therapists for him,
Mm-hmm.
and he's doing better now. He does not hit my mother anymore or like do anything that involves physical hurting. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Did he ever hit
but
you?
he did hit me, yes, but not
Okay.
anymore.
Okay, I see. I mean, like,
He doesn't hit. He hasn't hit me like for a long time now.
okay, that's good, but I'm really sorry about that. You don't deserve any sort of physical abuse. That's the worst thing
Yes.
that a person can do to you. So I'm really sorry about that.
Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
so like alcohol is the enemy of human, I think, because like
Mm-hmm.
whenever my dad used to drink, that's when he used to stir up trouble in my house.
That's kind of interesting, though. Like, I mean, it's
Yeah.
no, not interesting like that, but it's just
Yes, I understand that.
how like even disabled members of society have like a lot of like similar struggles if you weren't disabled, plus the struggles that come with being disabled. So, like, whoa,
Yeah,
okay,
especially the struggles when you're in a family,
yeah, because like
which is every time.
it's honestly unheard of for me to hear about like disabled people being like abusive. Like, I don't know, in my head disabled people are always really nice and stuff, but I guess
Yeah,
it's
it's
not always
always
the case.
no, but in reality, it's always the disabled people who are really annoying to deal with.
Okay, I mean, I can
Yeah,
understand you're someone that has to deal with someone like that every day.
yeah,
So I mean, how did all of that like affect your life outside of these things? Like, what sort of like things did it harbor within you, like hatred or like, any sort
yeah.
of.
I had really a lot of anger issues. Like I had really short temper. So
Mm-hmm.
whenever someone used to like even like scream at me, I would go rogue and I would like scream at them. I would like throw shit, like everything here and there. Even
Mm-hmm.
now, like when I get scared, even like when I used to get scared, right? I used to get scared and I used to throw stuff here and there. So even now, when I get scared, recently a friend of mine, like that has harbored in me like forever. So
Mm-hmm.
when I get scared, I throw stuff. So I had my phone in my hands, right? So my friend brought his pet squirrel, right? Squirrel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he has a pet squirrel. It's really cute, but
Aw,
of
okay.
course, if you put your pet squirrel in someone's t-shirt, of course they're gonna get scared. So he
Oh
put
my
the
god, okay.
squirrel in my t-shirt from the back, right? And I got scared and I threw my phone away from the window, and I was like, okay.
Oh
That's
my god, okay. What was the aftermath of that? Did you scream at your friend or something?
I did not because he's younger than me. So I was like, no, I need to keep my calm. I need to keep my calm. I don't get angry now, but I really used to have anger issues, a lot of that.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm so you would say there's been like some progress from like your
There's been
life.
a lot of progress. I don't really get angry anymore.
That's good. That's good. I'm really happy about that. And I
So even
mean,
now,
mhm.
my mother doesn't allow me to like go and live on my own when I can. She knows I can cook and I can do everything that needs to be done, but she does not allow me to live alone or with a like roommate because she knows like if anything goes wrong, I'll go rogue and I just like throw stuff and I just like get in fight with people. So that's not really safe for her child. So that's why she
Oh,
doesn't allow me to
okay,
leave the
okay.
home.
I see. I understand that. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
that's great. But I mean, earlier we brought up how you might be a people pleaser. What about that? How has that been going on for you?
About being a people pleaser, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's now I don't really. I mean, I still do care for my friends, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't really please everyone that I see anymore. Like, if there's
Okay.
someone who is a bully, I would like just call them out on that. And like, I just, all I care about is my mom nowadays. Like, literally, anything
Mm-hmm.
and everything I care about is my mother now.
Okay, that's great. I'm so happy to hear that. Oh my god.
Yeah,
You know.
that's my mother is like my whole world for me, and like literally, like it's always like for everyone because everyone loves their mom. But like, yeah,
Mm-hmm. I can understand, yeah. You know what? I'm so glad, like, we started off at like, at a really negative point with our story, right? But I'm so glad it's gotten way better for your life. At least, I think it's gotten way better, right?
yes, it's gotten way better, and I'm glad it has.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I guess now we're nearing the end of the episode. This is more of like a shorter collab ones that I've had because usually they go for like 30 to 40 minutes long. But you know what? I'm still glad we reached some sort of consensus in a short amount of time. Not a lot of people have the time to listen for like 40 minutes. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like
nice.
people may get bored because of me yapping.
Oh my God, no! Nobody's gonna get bored of you yapping. uh, But you know what? I guess now we're near the end. Do you have any like concluding statements, any final advice you'd like to give to our audience?
So don't be like me. Please don't be like me. Please, please talk to someone you trust.
Mm-hmm.
Please do, because like it's really hard to keep it all inside you. It really like ends up your mental state like really in a bad way.
Mm-hmm.
Speak up and like seek support. Please do it. Just like don't keep it to yourself, especially when it's including your school pals and teachers, because if a teacher bullies you, that's really bad, and like you need to speak it out. I did
Mm-hmm.
not. I was like a people pleaser, and I used to like keep everything inside me. Don't like didn't say a word about it. You should do it.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't be like me.
Okay, I mean, that's great advice. Always seek
Yeah.
out help, okay? Never sit still because not seeking help will only make you feel worse and you don't want to be worse, okay?
Please don't get bullied. Please speak out for yourself.
Yes, you're an individual. You deserve to have like just as much of an and like fun full time just as anyone else. So don't allow
Yes.
these things to get to you. But yeah, I'm
Y-
really happy for today's episode. Thank you so much for being here, Yoshi. I'm so
The
happy to
pleasure's
have
all
you here.
mine.
I'm so happy to have you here, and I'm so proud of you for coming here and speaking up about your problems because, like as you said, you've never been able to speak up, right? So
Yes, I
I'm
have never
glad
been
you're.
able to speak up, and I'm glad to be here. Honestly, the pleasure's all mine.
you know, I'm so happy that you like being here. But thank you so much, Yoshi. I guess like we can end the episode here. So thank you so much everyone for watching, and I'll see you all next episode. Bye bye.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you for watching this episode of The Crescent Sound. I hope you enjoyed and continue visiting this channel for more uploads. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to know immediately when I upload, and follow me on Instagram for updates on the coming episode for the Crescent Sound podcast.